Welcome to the first episode of our new podcast, Let the Light In. I'm your host, John Fiedler. In today's episode, we'll explore Chinese artist Ai Weiwei's 2017 documentary, Human Flow. Ai Weiwei is one of China's most acclaimed artists, an international cultural influencer, an activist, filmaker, curator, and architect. In Human Flow, Ai Weiwei works to capture the depth and enormity of the largest displacement of humans since the end of World War II. More than 65 million people around the world have fled their homes as a result of war, famine, and climate change. In just over 1 year of filming, Ai Weiwei takes us to over 23 countries, including Afghanistan, Bangladesh, France, Greece, Germany, Iraq, Israel, Italy, Kenya, Mexico, Turkey, and the United States. He introduces us to the most desperate of people and brings a keen focus to a reality that is mostly lost when added to the ever-changing news cycle. We'll briefly explore themes around human connectedness, compassion, and the sovereignty of the individual. Join us. This last Tuesday, my boyfriend and I went to a screening of Ai Weiwei's documentary Human Flow. It's an ambitious undertaking spanning 25 countries with tons of experts and countless refugees sharing their stories and experiences in real time. There are several aspects of the film that I thought would be enlightening for those of us fostering a deeper connection to creation through an active and contemplative spiritual life. One of the first things that struck me was Ai Weiwei's willingness to meet and engage with people where they are, where he found them. Often, we can discover within ourselves a deeper well of compassion and understanding when we're willing to enter into another's story without judgment or expectations. His interviews with refugees are intense, moving, and tearful. Another aspect is Ai Weiwei forces us to see refugees as individuals. In each refugee camp, the story starts out with a stunning aerial view of the overwhelming numbers of people moving about in very defined and cramped camps. Then he takes us inside the camps with individual stories where we encounter people and learn of their intense suffering, boundless hope, and dogged determination to survive. There is dignity and sovereignty in these individuals. It's a concept that is core to our humanity. Regardless of race, creed, nationality, we always and at all times possess human dignity. When we're crushed, starved, bombed, these are all assuredly assaults on our individuality and our dignity. Assault it may be, but we maintain both throughout our existence. It is imprinted on our very souls. We are presented with the narrative that this crisis is overwhelming, but we are called to the individual experiences, the individual lives of our fellow humans. With their willingness to share their desperation, we have an opportunity to experience and develop our own sense of compassion and empathy, to dig out our own internal wells and fill it with the compassion we've learned from their tears, joys, and experiences. It can become a reservoir for us to draw from when we encounter the suffering face to face. Human Flow also presents a very subtle but cunning point that's kind of hard to catch while wrapped up in the film itself. All of these people fleeing bombs and starvation and horrible violence are where they are for the very simple reason that they were born there. My good, secure, and beautiful life here is a result of something I had zero control over. Where I was born. This one reality demonstrates the absurdity of separation and the idea of other. Borders begin to fade away. Bits of land trampled under fleeing feet, gates, fences, guards, guns. All of it becomes of no importance when placed next to a starving child or a father who crossed an ocean with his entire family only to watch them all drowned at sea. Only the hardest of hearts would dare to think otherwise. It's this hardening of hearts that is the most striking thing for me. Paul admonishes us in Hebrews, "Today, if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as in the rebellion." How many internal rebellions have we fought? The soul scars of our own rebellions litter our path to compassion and empathy. By turning so many of our brothers and sisters into a single group called refugee, we make it easy to view suffering as an abstract, suffering people turned into a single entity for our ease of comprehension. It becomes easy to turn a deaf ear to the cry of the refugees. It becomes easy to view them as a single problem to be solved or a single issue to avoid. In this process, we lose our ability to love the individual. Ai Weiwei provides us a way to shatter our hearts of stone. Actually, Ai Weiwei provides for us a mirror into our own souls, held right up to our faces. It's not an easy watch, and you will most likely walk away from a little cracked, but that's okay. The cracks help let the light in. Thank you for joining us. Please share this post and add us on social media. This is John Fiedler, and don't forget to always let the light in. Thank you.